You good? Don't start the timer until I say go. Okay. Ready? So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Toastmaster Michael Rice. I just gave him first name. I apologize. Today, the title of my speech is called, Don't Be Afraid to Fear. Don't be afraid to fear. A wise man once said, a long, long time ago, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. A lot of you are familiar with that quote. Raise your hand if you know where that quote comes from. Exactly. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, arguably one of the greatest presidents that America has ever saw. Actually, he's the longest running president America has ever seen. He's a great man, and I agree with him on a lot of things, but I happen to not agree with him on that one quote. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Not true. We don't even have to fear fear. See, fear, although you get this negative connotation, fear is a good thing. A lot of people don't know this. Fear actually is our only real motivation in life. What do you mean? Well, think about this. Success. How many of you in this room want to be successful? Everybody throws their hands up. And then I ask you why you want to be successful. And you give me these long stories about you always had goals to do this. You had goals to do that. No. You don't want to be successful because of that. You want to be successful because you are afraid of what life will be like if you're not successful. Not only with success, but doing good versus doing bad. You do right. You follow the honor code. You do not break the law. Well, most of you. You do these things not because it's the right thing to do. Although we want to think that. You don't do it because of that. You do it because you're afraid of the consequences. So fear. And I know we have a lot of fearless leaders in here, and we have some cadre members who like to show knobs gratuitous fear. Huh? I mean, we even have Toastmaster Miller who probably will tell you that he can't even spell fear. It's F-E-A-R, okay? F-E-A-R. Recently, I had the chance to encounter a couple of instances that woke me up to fear. So I'm walking, I'm in the cadet store with someone, I'm not giving any types of names, and he gets this Free Summer Leave t-shirt. He gets it and he says, man, Rice, I don't know, man. I got it for free. I didn't do it. I'm about to take this thing. They didn't charge me for it. I said, He said, yeah, it's not my fault. That's technically not even lying. That's technically not even stealing. I was like, okay. Well, I'm going to leave this decision up to you. You choose what you're going to do. And for a second, he was ready to walk out the door, right? Ready to walk out. And then me and another friend, we give him that look. Like, come on, brother, what you doing? And when he saw that look on our face, he said, I'm turning this t-shirt in. So he goes to turn it in. But he did not turn the t-shirt in because he felt it was the right thing to do. He only turned the t-shirt in because he started getting doubts. He started having a little bit of fear because of the face we gave him. The look we gave him made him kind of fearful that we might just pull him. And I was gonna. And then we're walking along and I'm talking to another friend. He's telling me about this time where he had to pull someone. He had to pull someone for cheating. And he tells me the story. They're taking a test. He looks back. He sees the guy's cheating. What he does is he goes to this guy and he says, you know what? That's not right. And you should never do that again. Which a lot of you will say is the right thing to do, but we all know at the Citadel that a cadet does not lie, cheat, or steal, nor tolerate those who do so. He was not going to report this guy. He chose not to report him, which in a lot of situations none of us would. We would let him know that he did wrong, but we wouldn't ruin his career. But if you want to follow the rules, he was supposed to report it. He was going to choose not to until the teacher walks in, and this one time she happens to tell the class she's going to check the cameras. So he's like, oh, the camera's going to see me. The camera's going to see me looking back at him. The camera's going to notice that I knew he was cheating, and I didn't turn him in. So that would be toleration. So he went up and he told the teacher. He didn't do it because he felt it was right. He did it because he was afraid that if he didn't do it, he would get in trouble. Then I look at myself, and although I want to show you all how humble I am and how right I am, I had a little situation where I walked in my room coming back from summer break. Came back, there was a whole game system in my room. Game system in a book bag with all the games, 2 controllers, batteries, all that good stuff. And I thought to myself, I should keep this. The person's gone, he's a senior. I didn't even know who it was. I didn't know who it belonged to. But I thought to myself, I said, is this right? I said, sort of, kinda. But nobody knew. But I made a conscious decision to find out who it was and to turn in the game system because I was afraid. Because I knew that I wasn't going to face consequences. But I knew that it was not right. It just wasn't right. So if I chose to do that, more of my decisions later on in life will probably reflect that. I may face bad karma, and I didn't want that. So I acted out of fear. With a lot of things in life, you're gonna act out of fear, and you're not even gonna realize it. See, we try to say that our motivation is this, our motivation is that. No, your motivation is fear. With everything in your life, your motivation is fear. You are afraid that you will be unsuccessful. He was afraid that he would get pulled. I was afraid that I would face bad karma. That's how life is. We act out of fear. And if all these good things are the result of fear, then why should we be afraid? Do not be afraid of fear. Thank you. I beat that. You ain't put it up.